2, 3. There we go. I always forget to start the equalizer. Anyway, here we go, guys. Welcome to the Coffee Run with John. Good stuff in chat already. You guys are bringing it. Cajun Craps has a great question for me. Am I still looking to find other table game channels to join CGTV? Yes, abso-freaking-lutely I am. I have been so busy and distracted with my, my work situation is on fire right now, right? So I'm in the middle of looking for a new job and it's a whole thing right now. So yes, we are looking to expand CGTV into other games. That's why I partnered up with Jack Ace, the roulette guy. You're mentioning somebody named All on Black for roulette. Seems what you're saying here is that his name is Brent, and he's grounded, realistic goals, good. I think there's a little bit of a need for some degeneracy in roulette and a need for some okay, that's a really effed up game, right? I'd like to talk to him. I'll see if I can't meet him for sure. Anyway, yes, I'm looking to grow for sure. I just got to get time and I got to get with people and we got to get things going. But yes, I want to get roulette. I want to get Baccarat. As boring as Baccarat is, it's such a good bankroll builder, right? Because it is a streaky game. I was talking to a guy on the Pro Craps channel in the comments. I got to write back to him actually about streaks. You know how I feel about trends and streaks, right? I think trends are the things that happened already. Like something has been a trend. A streak is what you're kind of in the middle of. And I think finding ways to catch streaks and kind of bet through them is, I think, a big key. And so roulette and Bach are so streaky. They can be very exciting if they're filmed right. And if we talk about it right, and if we use them right. So I think that's a thing for sure. So anyway, good morning, everybody here. Good morning, everybody in the vertical stream. I was talking earlier about the vertical stream. Hey, there's Jacob watching on the vertical out there. So the vertical's weird. And I think this is going to be kind of a quick lesson for all you YouTubers out there. I'm working really hard, as is Jeff, as is Alfredo, and everybody else. We're all doing vertical and regular at the same time. It's taxing on the internet. It's taxing on your computer to do it. It takes a lot to get your computer to stream two different ways at the same time. I've got my regular software running, so we have the nice wide view that you're used to. I've got a second streaming software running up on my browser that does the vertical feed. And what I do is I basically take my regular feed, go to the browser, I chop it up into a smaller bit so it looks nice. And we're trying to get the audience to grow that way, because what happens is the live stream right now is going to YouTube Shorts. People can see it in their Shorts feed, which is cool. We've picked up a ton of subscribers that way. Also, after the show's over, you can watch the show in that vertical form on your phone, so it's better. It's actually a better experience that way than it is the widescreen way, unless you turn your phones sideways. So we're experimenting with that. What happens, though, is the audience is very split. I can't show comments from both, which is kind of weird. Yeah, vertical's garbage. The problem with vertical, though, Jacob, is I've made probably 150 new subscribers on this channel in the last month from vertical, which is good. And they do seem to be craps players and other gamblers. So we are getting the right audience. I don't know, man. They seem to love it. The people who are locked into that are locked into that. What I'm finding is they're very impatient. The vertical people are very impatient. They're so used to doom scrolling shorts that they want me to shut up and get to the point. So, hey, let me get to the point. Wager loves playing roulette. I love it. Yeah. Anyway, let's see. What are we going to do? What are we going to do today? I want to talk about a couple of things. Let's get into here first. The trip around the table, as I mentioned before, is going to move to every other Sunday, probably starting this weekend, this Sunday. We'll see. I got some travel plans, so we'll find out about that. Daily Paycheck. I think you're getting a sense of where I'm going here with this thing. I want to talk about it with you in a quick minute here, and then we're going to jump into some Wincraps stuff. I got some Wincraps things I want to get through this week. I'm going to show you my basic Wincraps setup. I'm going to show you my basic Wincraps script. I'm going to show you how you can manipulate Wincraps to bring in your rolls, to run your rolls against your strategies. And I'm going to show you how to manipulate Wincraps to assume DI, the ways that I understand it, okay? I got tomorrow, which is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm going to write 3 scripts. We're going to write the script for the Dallas Drawdown, write a script for the Red Cross. You'll see both of those things in action on Wincraps. And tomorrow I'll do some basic pass line, flat pass line with odds, pass line parlay and pull, pass line parlay press. We'll kind of run those those all side by side and get a sense of some volatility and show you this. They're good baseline strats to set up and run. And I'll start getting the what do you call it? I'll start getting the Wincraps scripts published out there to GitHub. I'll show you where that's going to be in just a jiffy. So Tom Marcus says today's paycheck should be on iMac. That was a good roll, man. 52 rolls, right? I think it ends at 51 because I forgot to type in a 4. There was a 4 way back that I forgot. There's no way to go back to it. So we're one roll light, and I'll take it. That was a good roll. And it highlights a couple things, I think. The highlights to me, this is Dallas Drawdown. I'm not sure why. The Fab 4. It highlights to me a couple of different things that are interesting about playing, right? And we talked about approach to playing. I'm glad that Jacob's here because I want Jacob to weigh in on this because there's really, we've said this before, there's only a couple ways you can approach this game. Actually, let me go to the table. There's only a couple ways really to play the game of craps. If you really think about it. Let me go, I'm on the wrong thing here. And it doesn't matter. Here's what I'm thinking. Let's go to the table. You can, and let's just take the baseline of this thing, all right? Your pass line bet, and let's just rock the outside. We'll just play the outside just to make it easier, okay? You can go out and say, look, I am going to play this until the puck resolves, right? Let's say we have a point of 8. We catch a 9. It pays 140, right? Really simple. 140, into the rack that goes. Bets are off. Well, actually, let's turn the bets off. We'll turn the bets off, okay? Until the point resolves. Let's just pretend we make the point and we're happy. We make a point, we get our paycheck or our pay for the point, now we're into the rack, okay? We can do a number of things. Once you make that 140, by the way, you can regress and go, 110 inside or whatever you want to do. You can play it out at this base level, come all the way down, like we said, or reset it and just do it again, right? And what we did out there in the roll this morning was we played it out, right? We got our 140. I took the bets down. There's our $500 that we start with, the 400 plus the 1. I got the 140 here, which covers that bet, right? That bet is paid for with profit, effectively, right? And then I can take this money here and go whatever, inside or whatever else, play it out until the puck resolves. And then instead of just staying out here with the little tiny bets when the puck is off, go right back out and do it again. And we did this 5 or 4 times today, right? We made our 1 hit and down, a little bit inside fun, puck resolves, come back out at the full level again and keep resetting the bankroll, going back down, resetting it, going back down. And the compounding nature of that made us make a lot of money. We made $1,000 4 times today by doing it that way. Instead of staying out here at our basic level, I could have went out 64 across today and made $5,000 with that roll easily, right? But this strategy was like, let's go out for $400. Let's take a hit, regress down, play it through. If the point resolves, come right back out at the original level, do it again, and just keep rinsing and repeating the same big bets. So it's like an up, down, over and over again, versus just starting low. And it worked for us today. You're not going to see a 55 roller every single day, right? So we can go back in time and say, hey, if you woulda, you coulda done this differently. But the idea of coming out with a 2-unit bet for 1 hit and off, let the puck resolve, and then when the next point gets established, going back out again, $200, right? And letting these things kind of live at their big level all the time. It's interesting. I don't know. We're gonna have to play around with it some more this week because I haven't quite decided how I want to hammer this thing yet. I haven't quite decided yet how to hammer this roll. So my text is going off over here. I'm not sure what's going on. I have volume, right? Okay, yeah, I have volume. Can you guys hear me? So yeah, I'm not sure yet if I want to go and just like take the 1 hit, come down, play across and let it roll like a typical 1 hit regress, or take the 1 hit, let it resolve, go back out, same level. Take the 1 hit, let it resolve, go back out, and it's rinse and repeat the same high bets or that same drawdown over and over and over again. I gotta turn my, hold on. I gotta turn my do not disturb on because people are texting like crazy. What Wager says is the thing I see with plays like this is that players are too impatient to stick to the plan. If the roll goes good, they want more. If it goes bad, they run from the strat. Perfectly said. And I hope today I didn't do that. Today I pretty much stayed right to what I was going to do. We did announce ahead of each roll what the change was going to be. So sometimes I did the basic one hit and done. Then I did one hit, play it out. Then I did a small sized drawdown. Then I did a giant sized drawdown. Stick to the plan. And it's very easy, like you say, to go, man, this roll is going great. I should be here. If you stick to it, right? Over time, you're going to end up missing out on some of the hotties, but you're also going to not get wasted on some of the shorties. And I think it's an important thing. Yeah, leaning to the restart. I think you got to restart it. Anyway, let's. Yeah, we did. We won more today by doing. We won $4,000 today. I mean, it's okay, right? $4,000's an okay win. So anyway, let's let me switch gears. Let me go to Wincraps with you. I'm going to go over here. Give me a second to switch my screen up a little bit, and I want to show you kind of what I do here. That's going to be the wrong thing. We want to go to here. Let's go to that. Windows 11. Okay, let's open up Windows. And I want to show you a couple things I do with Wincraps that I think help me kind of, and we talk about this a lot, like the ways that I do Wincraps. So let me run through it with you. I'm going to go open it up. This is, by the way, Wincraps version 3, which is rockstar awesome cool. Wicked awesome strategy. Wincraps 3 beta 10. There's a lot of stuff in here that Steen has built into the program that I think you're going to really, really, really like as we move forward. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger here so you can see the table just a bit better. Okay. One is we have this new like online version. You can play Wincraps with a group of people, 8 people around this table with their actual bets out here. Pretty damn cool. I'm going to take this player off the table though. Let's take him off, remove, whoop, cancel. Let's take him out. I didn't do it last night. Remove the player. Okay, he's gone. Yes, he's out of here. All right. So the first thing I'm doing in Wincraps, I'm going to show you first the ways that I play the roles here. Okay. So one way to do it when you're in an auto bet mode, okay, just let it play, right? I can do, let's just add a new player here. I'm going to call this my test player. And we're going to put him out there and let's just go, we'll buy him in for $1,000. We'll say, sure, use the same log. I'm going to go to the action auto bet screen for him. I'm just going to give him a super simple strategy, right? File. We're going to open up I think if I go to strategies, there's a pass line only bet, right? This is going to be like, if next rolls will come out, bet 10 on the pass line. If it's less than 0, stop. We're going to basically play it one time through, right? Until we either win money or lose money or see how much we can do. And if I just activate a script and let him go, this is the core way Wincraps works, right? You put a player on the field. You can do the bets if you want it yourself, obviously. Or, like I got here, a simple script that basically, can I make this font any bigger? Control plus, can I do that? There we go. Do it to where basically the way the Wincraps scripting works is as the roll ends, it runs all the code, like top to bottom. So, okay, if the next roll come out roll, we bet the pass line. Otherwise, just let it go. Straight up, flat pass line, bet this thing will roll forever. If I want to watch this thing roll against the random number generator, right? All we're going to do is this. We're going to go action, and I'm going to go to the dice roll files, and we're going to turn this off. Make sure this thing is set to off, whatever is in here. And let's do this. And if I go to statistics, bankroll, which is, again, not a great label, but here it is. This bankroll screen will let you just kind of go. And we can just let it run. And you can watch this player win and lose money as it goes. It's going to let it go for a while. We'll let it go for like 1,000 or so rolls. It's going to, there it is. Now I'm out. It took me 12,000 rolls to zero out. Interesting. A $10 pass line by itself will zero out. every strategy sucks is the message here, right? At some point though, look at this. We won $200 at one point. Our biggest win was $200, right? Playing a $10 pass line, but we did eventually lose the whole $1,000, whatever it was, right? So in the end, we lost $1,000. That's a simple way to look at Wincraps. Now, that was a random number generator. Let's do run it again. Game, new game. We're not going to save the session. We'll say okay, and let's run it again, and let's let it go. How long will it take this time for us to lose our money? We may never lose it, but let's see. We've won. There it goes. It took 11,000 rolls that time. Pretty consistent. We won 250 at one point. Lost $1,000. That's Wincraps at its base, right? Super simple little strategy. Run against the RNG. And you'll find in the RNG, look at this, like massive, look at that down. Like this is like losing like 50 shooters in a row here. This is like getting your ass handed to you. It happens, streaks happen, but that's pretty extreme. What I'd rather do is run Wincraps against my rolls. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is this. We're gonna go to, let's see, hopefully you can see this. If I come here, can you see that? All right, we're gonna go to the daily paycheck rolls, and here they are. I zoom this in. You can see here's my daily pay. This is my rolls from the DPC, all 6,600 of them. Okay, and you can see where we are. We are exactly random, right? We're right 6 SRR, 8.5 SOR, 4 B. We're exactly random, which is cool. This is actually a really good look at pure, perfect, basically pyramid play against a strategy. This is a great look at it, right? I've had some great runs, right? You can see that the last shooter we had today was a 51 roller, right? So there's going to be some good ones in here, okay? Let's export this out. I'm going to hit the export button, and this will take a second, but I will get over here. Let me go pull it out for you. I think in my download section, I get this file called rolls.wincraps.txt. Can you see that? And there's also a rolls.csv, which is used. This is better for like Excel. Okay. This rolls wincraps.txt though has all of these rolls. And if you take a look at the file, they're just, let me zoom that in a little bit. Can I zoom it in? Let's see. Maybe I can't zoom it in. Why can't I zoom it in? Oh, it's on preview. That's why. Let's do this. There we go. You'll see that the way Wincraps wants the rolls is this. If you're ever going to import rolls into Wincraps, you have a file where they're just 527, 336, 415, like this. Two numbers on the same line. That's what Wincraps wants. Okay. So I've got this file here. I'm going to actually move this to my desktop. And when I go back to Wincraps, and this will be a little bit jumpy here. Sorry for the jumpiness, but go back to Wincraps. I can say action dice roll files, and let's make a new file. Let's make a new one. So let's go to a new dice roll file. I'm going to call it the DPC roll. Okay. We're going to go. So I already have one set up. I'm going to select them all and do edit, delete all. So it's a clean file. I'll do edit, paste from a text file. And if I go to my, actually, no, I'm going to put that in here. I'm going to put that in this folder, this rolls folder. Let me just do that. On my computer, it's projects. Where the hell is it? Casino games, craps, Wincraps, rolls. I'm going to take this old file and get rid of it. And from my desktop, give me a second. Watch how I run my life here. My desktop, there's the rolls file. Let me rename that to DPC. I'll drag that into here. And that way it's over here. So dpc.txt. If I take this file and I read it in, now this thing has, if you can see it here, 6655. All the rolls are in this file now. So I basically imported that file, exported it from the roll tracker, imported it into Wincraps, and now I set it to play. What's going to happen now is Wincraps will now use that roll file for this strategy. Watch what happens. Game, new game. Do not want to save my session. I'm going to save the dice roll files, rewind it, and play it back, which means now we're going to use my rolls for this strategy. Here we go. Let's go ahead and see how, if I'm worse than Wincraps was. Let's run it all out and see what happens. Okay, we ran through 6,500 rolls in pretty quick time. We never lost our whole bankroll. We did win at one point. $280 was our high number. I will say yes to rewind for playback, and we are currently at a profit of 270. Okay, so the nice thing about what I just did is I can do that again and again and again. A game new. Don't save the session. Rewind the thing. If I run it again, watch what happens. We'll run it again. We should get the exact same result. Okay, again, we're at 270 in the current window. We won 280 at one point, and we'll rewind it. What this has allowed me to do is to bring in any strategy that I want and play it against those rolls. For example, let's take this player that we're on here. Let's take him. And we'll say, instead of running this one, I'm going to go File, Open. We're going to open up a different strategy. Let's take, I don't know, the box numbers working.bet. I don't even know what this thing does. If next roll's a come out roll, bet $10 on the 6 and the 8. Let's do the whole box. We'll bet $10 on everything. Call them all on. If we have a point, then call off all place bets, bet $10 on the point. That's a weird bet. If we're on the point, call them all off and just place the point. All right, whatever. What a weird strategy. Okay, so we're going to bet them all and work the come out. Whatever hit we get, we're going to place the point with it, and that's going to be the whole thing. All right, I'm not sure why I wrote that script, but let's see what happens. Let's go. Game, new game. We will save our script. We're going to not save our session. We are going to roll it back. And let's see if that goofy whatever thing works. Let's see if that works. Let's go here and run it. Oh my God, look at that. We lost all our money. Imagine that, we lost all our money. We lost our money in 1,500 rolls. At one point we were up $190, but we lost everything. That was I don't know why I wrote that script. That's a weird one. Work the come out and then place the point. Cool. All right. Let's do another one. Let's do another one. Again, we're going to go File, Open. Let's take a John strat. Let's do like the Hedgeless Horseman with a ladder. I don't even know what this one does. This one ladders up after a loss. Let's see. When does it ladder up? Let's see. Combat level is 1. Ooh, look at that. We're going up 16 levels on the DP. Wow. Wow. This one's going to be fantastic. We're starting out with how much a bet? $100 and 25. I need more money. We're going to go to, let's give this guy 10 grand. Let's see how he does with 10,000. He can't do it with 1,000. Let's give him 5,000. $5,000. All right. We'll do that. We will do a new game with $5,000 and some stupid, crazy, insane horseman ladder thing. I'm not saving the session, but I am going to rewind the rolls. And again, the same 6,000 rolls. Holy crap. What's going to happen here? There's no way this guy makes any money. Oh, look at that. Oh, you know what? I have it on Paycheck Play, which is cool. So we ran 6,500 rolls. Our high, look at this. At one point, this is pretty cool. We start with 5 grand, right? Yes, we won at one point $25,000, right? Overall, though, we lost 57,000. So there's that. That's super fun. Why did that happen? Let's go to the check stacks and find out. This strategy I know logs things. We had 98 decisions. We won our paycheck 61 times. We lost it all 37 times. Our win goal was 10%. Loss limit was 100%. So that was a 62% winner. And you see we got our tail handed to us on that one. All right. So there's your basics of Wincraps, right? I basically like to import my paycheck rolls into the roll file. I like to write my scripts in a very specific way. And I'm going to show you my basic script. And we'll build on this tomorrow. Let's do a file open for a new script. This guy's going to play a different script. We're going to Wincraps, strategies, and my stats and tools. I have a thing here called template, which I will supply to you. My Wincraps template looks like this. And I start most of my scripts out pretty much the same way with some minor tweaking. And here's how I write these things. And again, I'm coming at this from a paycheck mindset. So I'm going to put some options in here for us, but basically we say, we're going to set some variables, right? First of all, we always tell Wincraps, same bet, take winnings, always. My bet scripting will tell us what to do later on with wins. But basically I do this. I say, we're going to set the number of decisions to 0, the number of wins to 0, the number of losses to 0, and then of course our winning and losing percentages. I set a win goal of 10%, a loss limit of 100%. You could make this, 20% win goal and a 33% loss limit, which is kind of what the paycheck is for the most part, right? I make an initial bet. This is my scripting is in here. Then we say this: if we have a point decided, right after every point, whether it's a 7 out or the point's made, I'm going to evaluate my bankroll. If a point's not been decided, I'm going to end the roll and just restart myself. But this little routine I got here that evaluates the bankroll says, if my current bankroll is greater than or equal to my beginning bankroll times the bankroll times the win goal, which means have I made my win goal? Okay. I have a new decision. It is a win, and I recalculate my percent. If my bankroll is less than the bankroll minus the stop loss, so I've lost my 33% in this case. Again, add a new decision, add one to the losses, recalc my percentage, and then I'll say at this, if the bankroll is less than the minimum bet, or if I've made one of the two goals, then we reset our bankroll. I deposit what's in my rack into the bank, into the 401g account, and I withdraw a new starting bankroll, and then we start playing again. We return, start playing again. That's my Wincraps basic scripting. Okay, when I run Paycheck scripts, that's what I do. If I'm running a script to see how much money I can make, I set my win goal to be 500. Like, I'll never make 500 times my starting bankroll. I let it run forever, and I make the stop loss 1. I can just do this here to kind of, or I can put a true false in there to make it run forever. But that's my basic Wincraps setup. Like, I start every script the same way. Like, let's set a win goal loss limit threshold. Let's calculate how we did after every point resolution. And my gameplay is just right here. Here's my actual gameplay. That's it. So every strategy that I write will start with the same script. You'll see this starting tomorrow. In here, we will change. This will become the horseman. This will become the Fab Four. This will become where the logic for the red cross goes. It all goes inside of the setup piece and this kind of evaluate where we are piece and log the paycheck thing. As you watch these things run out, what you'll find if you watch it slowly, let's reset game. We'll do a game new. Watch this thing. Let's see. We'll say, sure, we'll save it. Actually, no. Let's put it back. Let's put it back. Rewind and play back. I put that win goal loss limit back where it was. Win goal. Oh, 20%. That's. We'll leave it at that. We'll leave it right there. Okay. File, game, new game. Yes, we'll save it. Rewind and play back. Let's run it one time. Will it make it all 6,000 rolls? The horseman survives 6,000 rolls. Okay, awesome. How did it do all told? Look at that. When I changed the win goal from being 10% to 20% and changed the loss limit from 100% to 33%, we showed an overall profit of $800. Isn't that interesting? Just by tinkering with the win goals and loss limits in those scripts, you can really see where your strategy's butter zone is. That's pretty awesome. All right, let's go to the bankroll, check stacks. We'll see here we have this time a 66% win rate. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. So that's how I do it. That's my Wincraps basic setup. We do a little paycheck. Now watch, I'm gonna run it again. I want you to watch this here. And I'm gonna keep the check stacks screen open because it'll make things run a little slower. Watch this. Game, new game. Not saving the session. We are doing the dice files. Watch this. You'll see that like a line will kind of jump down every so often or jump up every so often. That's the bankroll resetting. If I start it up, you'll see it goes to, let's make a paycheck here at some point. You'll see this like kind of weird jump in this right there. It jumps in, we make a paycheck and it pops back down to $5,000. Every time you see that kind of big, like herky jerky jump, Look at that bad run I had there. That's resetting the bankroll. So you can watch it kind of go and reset as it happens here. So this thing rarely goes down below, but you'll see that when it does, it evens itself out at the 5,000 bucks. Very slow. When this other screen's open, this one goes super slow. There's another jump there. Finish up, and then we'll call it. Almost done. 6,655 rolls. Booyah. Okay, there it is. Ta-da! All right. We will rewind it for playback. I will quit. Actually, I'm going to minimize this to go back over to here. Let's go back to here. I'm actually going to go to that screen, and there I am. I'm back. I'm back, everybody. Let's go to the questions screen real quick. Not that one. I'm going to go here. Give me a sec to get where I want to be. All right. I'm going to check for any questions that come up while I was doing that. Looks like no. There. Any PC comments for me here? I'd like to hear your thoughts on that. And I'm going to slow roll us this week. I wanted to show you kind of like how to import a dice roll file from if you have an account at CDTV and you're running your own rolls, you can export the rolls like I just did and bring them into your Wincraps. Okay, easy to do. The scripting gets easier as you go. It takes a while to learn the way that Steen wants you to write the scripts. Once you kind of get it, it's a little herky-jerky, but you'll figure it out. I am going to make those rolls all available. So let me show you something here. I think I might have set it up last night. I'll put a link to this. Hold on, let me go to the screen here. I will put a link to this if I go to GitHub. I made a new organization at GitHub. Let's see, if I go to organizations, I'll show you where it is just so you can see it. John, where's my organizations? I made one called CDTV, and in here is a repo called Wincraps. I will be uploading into this Wincraps repository every script that I write in front of you, including the template. I will write into this file, into this repo, all the dice roll files that I come up with. Whenever I export dice roll files, I'll put them all in here. I'll put the raw files and I'll put the Wincraps version of the files. So if you have Wincraps, you can go to here and download the stuff. Okay, I'll make it all free so you can have it up here and share from it. Okay, so that's going to be a gift to you from me. So hopefully that's cool. Randy Hill, what's the cost? The Wincraps program itself costs $14. You're going to go to Cloud City Software, search Wincraps. It's $15. You got to be on Windows though. I run a Mac, so I have to run Windows inside of a thing, Windows inside of a window basically, to get it to work. But yeah, it's $15. There it is. What's the card on the table underneath my stick? Oh, that card is my. That's funny. That's my roulette payout chart. I don't have roulette payouts memorized yet, so that's my little reminder of like what do all the weird bets pay in roulette. That's what that is. Let's see. Skill up. When I do a Wincraps script on the Bubble Crap system, yeah, for sure. I'll do more of these things. Like I said, when I do the Paycheck show, I usually write the script for it as I'm doing it. And so I'm going to run this week. We're going to run the Red Cross. We're going to run the drawdown. I'm going to write those scripts for you tomorrow and the next day, and I'll give you some scripting for basic pass line play tomorrow. And I'll make them available. And like I said, as I run things that I think are valuable, like long runners here in Paycheck play, I'll make the scripts available. So I'll keep that thing updated for you as you go. So let's see. Gaming Pit. You're right. The vertical viewers are a younger audience for sure. And they're super impatient. And I totally get that. No attention, zero. It's, hey, you know what I'm worried about? I'm worried about being 55 and the younger generation being doom scrollers and can't spend more than 15 seconds on something running my fucking country. Let's just put that out there. Does that scare you guys? It should scare you guys. We need to fix the younger people. Anyway, Dan wants me to run the Fab 4 tomorrow at Purple Chip without mods, which means $2,000 up top and $500 on the pass line. One time or die. Ride or die. Is that how it's going to be, Dan? Ride or die. Let's see how that works. I don't mind doing it tomorrow. We'll try it out. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah, I can turn the hyperdrive speed down for sure. I also like watching the check stack screen change as it runs, so that's why I do that. Does my roll import file assume the start of my roll is to come out? Yes. The roll file that I imported in assumes it's a come out. When you start a game new, whatever the first roll in that file is, it's going to treat it as a come out roll. If you don't do game new, it'll start middle of the roll, and that'll screw things up. You always got to reset the whole thing to get there. I'm actually going to go ahead and make an option inside the script file to let you restart from within the script. So I got to work on some of that too. So yes, there are live roll files on Steam's site as well that people have donated. So a lot of people do this, right? They donate, like, go to the casino, and I know there's people in our chat that do this, right? They go to the casino and they log all the rolls on a piece of paper and then hand type them all in. I've got some of those, and I'm not going to share them because they were given to me confidentially, right? People, they worked hard to log 50,000 rolls, right? So I'm not going to just give you their stuff, but so I've got access to those as well. And so do you. If you're logging your own rolls, do it. Steen's got roll files that have been logged in casinos. The roll file right there is my rolls from Daily Paycheck, the 6,000 rolls I've thrown live in front of you. You've seen all 6,000 rolls. So that's what that file is. I think it's valuable to me to go and run the same 6,000 rolls against every single strategy. And as I'm making a new strategy, I can always have this kind of pinning point. I've thrown these numbers. How would it have done against those numbers? And not because I'm trying to like cook the books, but you find where the butter zone kind of is. And against that same 6,000 rolls, you can always get, okay, this time it won 800, that time it won 900. I change this, it wins 1,000. You tweak your strategy against that. Then you go, let's unleash it on the RNG. And now that I've got it, I think butter zoned in because I can check the progress of my tweaks against a known data set. Then you go and run it against 50,000 rolls or against the RNG and see how your tweak did. I think that's the way to do it. That's the way that I analyze rolls in Wincraps. So that's the way I use it. Other folks may do it differently, but for me, that's always been the way that I've kind of done it, is kind of have a known set, tweak the shit out of things. And when I feel like I'm ready to really test it out, then I unload the beast on it. So that's how kind of I do it. I will do the Fab 4 with options for sure. Let's see. Leadum. Easy, remember the roulette payouts is 36 divided by the numbers covered by the wager -1. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I've done 0 roulette dealing in my life. 0. I'm learning to deal blackjack right now. I'm learning to deal baccarat right now. I'm practicing on the side to deal. Get the payouts right. I'm practicing with the cards. I know craps already, but roulette's my next game to tackle as a dealer. So thanks for the tip there. It's actually really cool. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do in front of you. I'm going to screenshot that because I want to not forget it. I love those quick keys. It's pretty cool. But yeah, roulette's next up on my list of things. I'm working with David to try and figure out how I can get trained from Seattle through their whole system. And when I go out there, polish and certify in June. So we'll see. That's true. That's true, MSP. Every generation thinks the next generation is going to destroy the planet. Although I think this generation is actually destroying the planet. They actually have taken a turn. None of our generations has tried to flip the kind of country that we are. This generation is trying to change the kind of country that we are. They're trying to overthrow the government with this virus that they've become. They're literally trying to change who we are. My generation scared my parents, but we were never trying to change what kind of country we are. I think we're in this pocket. I don't want to get political. We're in a pocket right now where that's happening. All right. Arcady says, my benchmark for strategy testing Wincraps is 50% win, 50% stop loss, check it against RNG. And I think that's a good place to start. 50-50 is a good place to start. And I think some strategies end up being, like I have found this, some strategies want to be 60-40 or 40-60. They just work better given more rope to hang themselves with. Some strategies, like the horseman, needs less rope. Like it needs to be a 20% stop loss to be regular winner. Some things need more juice. And so you got to tweak them a little bit. That 50-50 is a great place to start and move through it. I really like the Wincraps scripting, letting me kind of twist and change those things around, run over, run over, run. I actually have it at some point set to, at one point I wrote a script where it randomized it. It would reset the bankroll, reset the roll file, and randomize the stop loss and win goal, and run it perpetually until I found the repeatable butter zone of what that is. And you start them, 99 and 1, and kind of do one of these things here. And at some point you find the perfection and you can kind of run it forever. So it's very, very cool. All right, let's see. What else do we have here? PC, no new info on Craps for the Cure. None. I'm working on it. I have not heard back. We've been working with this casino to try and lock in the date and get them to donate the table to us, the 24 hours of the table. They're just hemming and hawing about it. They will not pull the trigger. And I don't understand it, because they will have 4 tables sitting there, 1 open, 3 empty, all day long. We're saying, give us one of those empty tables for 24 straight hours and we will fill it. I know, Craps for the Cure, we will have 10 people on that table for 24 straight hours full. And they're like, we don't see the value. I'm like, I don't know how you don't see the value in having a full freaking table. But whatever, man. They're working through it. There you go. Yeah, you're true. I hear you, Mark. Mark. I keep calling you Mark. It's Ryan. Washington is screwing things up, but it's being driven by it's being driven by this sort of undercurrent, and the undercurrent is driven by outer forces. But this younger generation is just scooping it up, baby. 15 seconds at a time, they are scooping up the bullshit. And here we go. Hang on to your toboggan. We're going down the hill, folks. And with that said, I'm out. It's 10 of 8 or 10 of 9. I got to go to do work and make a real daily paycheck. All right. Thanks everybody for the comments. Thanks for the questions. Thanks for being engaged. And how many of you are there? 41 people here watching me be a nerd coder today. Wait till tomorrow when I really start coding and do that. All right. Have it. Let's see. One more thing here. Wager says stop loss aren't being recorded as losing days. If you quit when you're down and replace the money, it's a different, that exactly. I'm not sure if you're responding to the Wincraps thing, but in my Wincraps code, that's what I do, right? I say, if we hit a stop loss, what I do is I deposit whatever I've got left in the bank, pull out a whole new buy-in. So if let's say I lose, I buy in for 5K, I lose $1,000, deposit 4, withdraw 5, restart the strategy. That's how my Wincraps scripting works. So I'm always putting in the losses, deposit the negative, pull out and try it again. And that's why it kind of, you'll see it's kind of herky-jerky, but that's real life. I try and model it after real life. So there you go, guys. Y'all have a good day. I'm glad I got you fired up with some politics talk without getting too into it. I just kind of pulled the pin out of the grenade and let y'all have some fun. Have a great rest of your Tuesday, y'all. I will see you later. Sayonara.